Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Xeno, the personification of a cry for help, and we are back with more Dawn Chorus Rune's Route. Now, I still can't get over the fact that we had our keys the entire fucking time, and I blamed Miko for it. Well then, let's continue. Well, at least we finally had clean clothes and not have to wear the same possibly smelly outfit we've been wearing since day one. So, that's nice. I finished my morning maintenance quickly, grabbed the camera bag as to not to have to come back for it later, and me and Rune left the room together. Excited for today's lectures? We probably have a few together. Oh, for sure, there's a lot of overlap between our studies. My course is more interdisciplinary, so we get a wider but less in-depth knowledge. I'm really excited for the one on brain implants. I bet that's something you're attending to. Yeah, you're right. I'm excited for that one too. Although I look forward to even more to the one on consciousness. There's also a shorter one on experiments with MDMA on treating traumas and PTSD. It was optional, but sounded interesting, so I signed up. I read about the topic already, so I didn't feel the need to go. There's a lecture on language pattern recognition in dolphins. I'm intending that with Miko. The only one lecture we share, actually. All the lectures are split into several different thematic blocks, to which we were assigned to based on our studies, but there are also some we can assign for ourselves. Apart from us, the lectures will be attended by the students of the local university where the lectures are organized. I read a bit about the place before we arrived, and I was surprised to learn it's the world's northernmost university. What a place to study in. If you already read about the topic. Say, Arvo, what's your opinion on the usage of psychedelics for therapeutic purposes? Rune asked the question with a casual tone, but I heard a subtle note of tension in his voice. As if he had prepared the question much earlier and only waited for an opportunity to ask. Okay, for me personally, I think it really depends on the person. It might be a good idea, drugs are bad, I don't really have an opinion. There are some people who have had help with psychedelics and everything, but there are people who become addicts because of it. It might be a good idea, but there's some things that, we need to work on first, right? I don't know. I mean, if they actually help people, the results of all the experiments so far have been positive and promising. There is social stigma around the topic, as well as a lot of legal issues, but ultimately, if they help people, why not? Staying open-minded but critical is important for a scientist. There's a long road ahead before these substances can be used in actual therapy worldwide, but these experiments pave a way for that. I see. So, how much do you know about their effects and mechanisms of action? Not that much, actually. I should know more considering it's related to my studies, but we haven't had anything about them yet. I know that psychedelics bind to serotonin receptors and activate them, and that contrary to the popular belief, they're not highly hallucinogenic. And I know they were being tested for usage in psychotherapy before they were criminalized, and now they're being tested for treatment of depression and addiction. What a funny thought, using illegal drugs for the treatment of addiction. True, but they themselves have no potential for physical addiction. They increase neuroplasticity and deregulates the default mode network, the large brain network used mostly for reflection, so they bring a patient to a sort of a blank slate state for a while. For the duration of the trip, their habits are suppressed, including negative thoughts and impulses. They come back later, but the patients are better equipped to reflect on them and break free of them. It's not all so straightforward though. That's just one aspect of it, it's all more nuanced. What makes you ask about that though? That's not something I thought I'd be discussing when going for a breakfast first thing in the morning. Oh, I'm doing a meta-analysis of various studies on the topic for one of my classes. Having someone else to take a look at the paper before I submit it would be cool. Oh, I doubt I'd be the right person for that, but I could take a look. Great! I'll tell you when I have it ready then. We arrive a bit earlier than 7 and the cafeteria is almost empty. Few students that already are here sit at their tables in silence, sleepily staring into space, or at the cups of coffee in front of them. Surprisingly, there's no one from the faculty yet. Honestly, I expected more people here, considering we're leaving in an hour. That's still a lot of time. If you didn't wake me up, I'd probably be getting out of bed now. Yeah, sorry for that. It's fine. Though I hoped I at least see the sunrise as a nice reward for the early wake-up. The world outside is still dark and gray, as if someone drained all the color from it. I like it, actually. I love this type of scenery. I love a good cloudy scenery, foggy. I don't get to see snow, sadly, but I have seen snow in Oklahoma, and that was nice. Morning, Arvo, Rune. Why are you standing in the middle of the cafeteria? Oh, Miko. Hello there. We just got here, and we were looking around for familiar faces. Well, now we found one. How about we sit like we did at dinner yesterday? Good idea. The others should be up for it too. Rune and I grabbed one table and joined with the other, carefully as the tables are already set. Then I sit down next to Rune, and Miko takes the spot opposite to me. Weird that Devin isn't here yet. He's an early bird. By the way, why doesn't he sit with the rest of the faculty? Oh, he could, but the age difference between him and the professors is greater than between him and me. They don't have many topics in common, so they'd just be exchanging pleasantries the whole time. How old is he? I thought he's around 35 or something. 30 this year. Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. So, how'd your night go? You slept well? You both seem rather energetic, so I assume so. Oh, no, I barely got any sleep. Some matcha this morning lifted me up, otherwise I'd barely be alive now. I could use some more sleep. I'll try napping in the bus. I didn't get much sleep either, to be honest. Hey, guys. Damn, I slept like shit. Looks like we're not the only ones. What, did I miss something? Not much, don't worry. Hello there, morning. How about you, Travis? Oh, I slept great, thank you. The beds here are great, and I was so tired after the ride that even an airstrike wouldn't wake me up. Lucky you. Why, you have problems sleeping? Had a bit too much on my mind. A bit, and Rune woke me up early in the morning. How could he wake you up, though? He visited you? No, I stayed in his room last night. I lost a key to mine, remember? Oh, I was sure you found it yesterday. I mean, where could it go? It's not a big guest house, and we weren't going anywhere else. I found it, actually, but only this morning. Oh, where was it? Miko, why? I really hoped nobody were asked. Oh, this is embarrassing as hell. I had it in my camera bag. Arvo, when are you going to forget your head somewhere? What was that? I didn't hear. Not important. I hope the food will be here soon. I'm starving. What do you think we'll get? Oh, I hope they serve croissants. I really buy them for myself, but I hunt for them every time I travel. It's almost a tradition for me at this point. Pancake again would be nice, but I doubt we'll get the same thing 2 days in a row. My bet is on breakfast cereal. What else would the bowls be here for? The conversation thankfully switches to food, and I'm no longer in the spotlight. Everyone seems to like talking about the food. After all, that's one thing that connects us all. People from all the backgrounds, of every class, every age, and every profession. Students and professors, millionaires and factory workers, best friends and complete strangers. We all have to, and like to, eat. Well, about that, in the meantime, a few of us went for a glass of juice or coffee from the espresso machine standing at one of the tables near the entrance. The cafeteria slowly fills with people, but even though it's already past 7 o'clock, there are still some people from our table missing. And still no sign of Devin. Morning. Jorgen walks up to our table, and after the terse grin sits down next to Bjorn. He looks composed as always, and still has that cold aura he had for most of yesterday. Everyone goes silent, likely wondering about the same thing. Where's Lake? Jorgen already made himself a cup of coffee at the espresso station. Now he takes a small tasting sip, unaware that all our eyes are on him. Sips. The awkward silence is funny. What? Why are you all looking at me like that? How's the coffee? It's coffee. It's always good. About that? If you say so. Where's Lake? He's still in the room. Of course he overslept. I tried waking him up, but he kept mumbling just 1 more minute. He's taking a shower now. Should be here in a few minutes. Jordan seems more talkative than he was yesterday, at least. Maybe he's warming up to us after all. At that moment, Devin walked into the cafeteria with Professor Arn. Attention everyone. Sadly, we have to start the day with some bad news. Due to the heavy snowfall, the bus won't be able to come for us, so we have to skip today's trip to the town. Fortunately, we won't miss all of the lectures. The university is working hard right now to set everything up for online streaming, and we will watch it from here in the cafeteria. However, only the lectures held in the main lecture hall will be streamed. That's all for now. Breakfast will be served in a minute. As soon as Devin finishes speaking, a hubbub of students' mixed voices fills the room. The Panther makes his way towards our table and sits down next to Rune with a sigh. Morning, Devin. Is everything okay? Yes, thank you. I had hoped to have a less eventful morning, but everything's fine. So, we're stuck in the guest house? Unfortunately. Only until the afternoon. The snowplow should get here by then. Morning, y'all. Did I miss something? Morning, Lake. Quite a lot, actually. The sleepyhead is finally here. Do I need to remind you that you were late for lunch yesterday? Besides, breakfast isn't even here yet. As if on cue, the guesthouse staff enters with a cart with our food. Someone should probably close this door. You'd let cold air in. And yes, they have croissants. My baby boy Bjorn gets to have his croissants. Each table gets a basket with various kinds of bread, an assortment of jams and paste, a pitcher of milk, and a bag of corn cereals. There's also a separate dish with sweet pastries, and one with brunost, as well as regular coconut cheese and a bowl of fruits. Coconut cheese? What does that taste like? Looks like they don't serve fish in this guest house. Not that I mind, I haven't had any in a long time. I'm not a fan of very sweet breakfast, so I skipped the cereal and just made myself a few sandwiches and grabbed a croissant. I skipped the coffee, as I already had a cup of matcha and I already can feel it working. Rune makes himself a few sandwiches too, and puts a lot of different kinds of fruits on his plate. Peach halves, grapes, orange slices, and berries. Mostly blueberries, of course. Somehow I thought he would have more for breakfast. Eating light today? I usually eat bigger breakfast, but since we're stuck here, I guess I won't need a lot of energy for the day. I'm certainly visiting the pool later. And, as we agreed, you're going with me. I don't remember agreeing to anything. Your consent was implicit. Jordan, you're not eating anything? A coffee for me is enough. I'll grab an apple or two later. Hey, those rabarbaron are really tasty. I'll take your word for it. I stay away from anything that has rhubarb in it. I wonder if cereal with coffee would taste okay. Like... What? Don't. As I'm listening to all the conversations happening around me, a warm feeling arises in my chest. It's been only a day since we arrived, but we already look and act like a group of friends. Even if we all study in different departments, just for the duration of the camp we can keep together, and it makes me happy. Arvo? I stopped eating my rabarbaron mid-bite and looked at Miko. Did you take any more photos yesterday? No, not really. I mostly shoot on my digital camera, but I left it in my room and only had the instant one with me. Oh, you have an instant camera? I always wanted to have one, they're so cool. They are, but the cost of film is killing me. Yeah, I bet. Still, I loved instant photos ever since I held one in my paw. I once got an album by a local band at the indie record label's fair. When I got back home and opened the packaging, it turned out that there was an instant photo from the recording session inside. Such a nice touch. Instant photos look like small glossy paintings, or windows to alternate realities frozen in time. Yeah, I know what he means. I took a photo of Rune this morning, but I gave it to him. Maybe he could show you if you ask nicely. Yeah, maybe not this particular photo. Oh, why not? Well, it's sorta... I was a little underdressed for it. Damn, what were you two doing this morning? Oh, no, I was just getting dressed. If you say so. Bjorn, you're merciless. Only sometimes. I'm all done with breakfast, so I grab my bag and stand up. See you at the lectures. See you. Later, Arvo! Thankfully, I don't have to hurry. There's still a lot of time before the lectures will start, but it'll be nice to finally sit in my own room for a while. Opening the door to my room after not being able to get in the whole day feels really satisfying. Finally here again. Back in my own room. I look around it, absorbing every small detail. From the order of the colors in the carpet to the shape of the ceiling beams and lamps. The air here smells of wood and clean laundry. Everything is just as I left it. Most of my stuff is already unpacked, stashed away in the wardrobe and cupboards, so the room looks neat and inviting. After putting down the camera back on the table, I walked straight towards the bed and let myself fall into it, surrendering myself to the soft mattress embrace. The springs creaked under me in protest, like a choir of disgruntled gnomes. It feels good to be alone for a moment. And having a huge bed just for myself is pretty great too. I lie like this for a while, enjoying the silence. My thoughts roam around freely, but inevitably they all circle back to Rune. We spent the night together, in one bed after all. That's not a small thing, at least not to me. For him, I don't know. Most likely it was. What a weird thought to have. It's kind of like a fishbone stuck in my throat. Unpleasant and irritating, but I can't get it out. I should change into fresh clothes. I should probably do that. I take off my clothes and fold them, and I hop into the bathroom and generously apply deodorant on my torso and armpits. Afterwards, I take out a fresh pair of boxers and socks, both with a different pattern, just as I like them, and put them on. Oh yes, I feel much better in fresh clothes. I doubt anyone would notice, but somehow it makes a difference for me. Wearing the same t-shirt 2 days in a row feels wrong, even if it smells fine. I'm glad tigers don't sweat much. I don't have to be too mindful of my smell, unlike animals of some other species. I have some time to kill now before the lectures. Maybe I'll just read a book, or I could go around and take some photos now that I have my digital camera back. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've been here for a day already and I barely have any photos. The scenery is stunning and the guest house itself is no worse. Maybe I won't get any great landscape shots in this weather, but I have a few other ideas. I take the instant camera out of the bag and swap it for the digital one. A mirrorless I got from my parents for my 18th birthday, and has been my favorite tool ever since. Wearing my own jacket, with a camera bag on my shoulder, I leave the room to hunt for some shots. I stand up and stretch out, groaning lightly. The chairs here definitely weren't designed with watching an hour-long lecture in mind. Ugh. That was good, wasn't it? Although maybe a bit too informative and technical for a morning lecture. Yeah, I think I understood all of it, but it took some serious efforts. At least the previous one was a bit lighter. The next one's about gravitational lensing, whatever that is. I think I'll skip it. Astrophysics doesn't interest me that much. While studies are slowly leaving the room for a break, I notice a familiar lion snoring in his chair. His hair is covering his eyes with a messy white curtain and his snout is half open. Hey, Lake? He doesn't react before I wave in front of his face. Is it over? Yeah, the lecture ended a while ago. Lake rubs his eyes sleepily for a moment, then stands up and looks around. Oh, finally! Wait, aren't you studying astrophysics? What were you doing here? Well, I didn't look very closely at the timetable. I saw a lecture on astro sites. You know, astro sites. So, I thought it must be something astrophysical I have never heard of before. I had no idea it would be about some brain stuff. So you didn't bother reading the description. Who does that anyway, right? Yeah, I'm concerned too, Rune. Late? Oh my god, late. Well, nothing is lost. I had your nap at least. Thanks for waking me up. I'll be going to my room now, so see you later. See you. Have fun. We have a 40-minute long break now, right? Yeah, although I think I'll skip the next lecture. I should be there. Gravitational lensing is interesting but complicated as hell. If this lecture won't help me understand it, I don't know what will. I think I'll go back to my room too for now. Sure. See you in a while. See you! The room is mostly empty now, but some of the students stayed behind, talking in small circles and groups. What should I do? Oh, I can hang out with other people? Which one should I do? Let me go ahead and talk to Miko. I haven't done that. I wonder what Miko is doing. I doubt he was here for this lecture. I don't think neurology interests him. But, looking to the far end of the room, that's just who I see. Miko! Hey there! Oh, Arvo! Hello! What are you doing here? I was sure you skipped this lecture. Your course doesn't have much to do with neurology. I thought I'd try to attend all the lectures today. Not every day I have a chance to learn something interesting from beyond our curriculum. Fair. I don't think I have the willpower to sit through the whole day of lectures voluntarily. Not when there are other fun things to do. Good thing we have a break now then. We could do something fun together. Actually, I already had something planned for this break, but maybe you would like to accompany me? Sure. Great! We leave the room alongside other students, making our way to the corridor. So, did you learn something from the last lecture? Well, not really. The lecturer did a good job of explaining everything, but there was so much I didn't know, I doubt I'll remember much of it. Not to say I regret being there. By the way, where are we going? Outside. But first, to my room, I need to get a few things. Or you could grab your camera in the meantime if you want. Now that I have my digital camera back, it would be nice to walk around and take some photos of the surroundings. I couldn't go too crazy with the instant camera, especially as I took only one film pack with 8 photos with me. I'll go get it. How about we meet at the entrance? Sounds good! Miko enters his room, and I direct my steps to my own. I wonder what he's up to. That sounded a bit mysterious. What is Miko up to? Well, we'll find out when we get to his route! I don't know when, though. I've been waiting for the wolf for some time now, but there are still no signs of him. Opening the camera bag, I once again go through the lenses I took with me. 50mm f-1.8, medium focal length, a very bright one. Perfect for portraits, but that's not its only use. 30mm f-2.8, a wider angle but still rather bright. I'm not a fan of zoom lenses. They're almost always worse than fixed focal length prime lenses, so I didn't take any this time. I was surprised how stark the difference was when I first compared them. What are you doing? Looking up, I see Miko sporting a rather full-looking backpack. Just looking for my lenses, thinking I should swap any for something else, but no. I'm happy with what I have here. And what do you have in there? You'll see in a short while. I leave the guest house after Miko, stepping out into the snow. The view of the valley opens before us, still as breathtaking as the first time. It's a fine afternoon, with only the lightest snow still falling. I take a lungeful of Arctic air. It's sobering and delicious, carrying the smells of pine needles and glaciers. Follow me, we'll find a good spot. Oh, if you want to take some pictures along the way, just tell me and I'll wait. We're not in a hurry. Sure. It usually doesn't take much time, though. I have to stop for just a moment. Catching up with you won't be a problem. Miko turns around and continues down the path leading to the forest. I follow close behind, looking around for a frame that would catch my interest. and either this place is full of great frames, or I'm so excited and happy that everything looks interesting to me. We made our way into the forest, where the trees muffle the whispering wind. The silence here feels like a woolly blanket, almost too heavy to shake off. Miko, what is it we're looking for? A fallen tree or a stump somewhere quiet. We should find some in no time. Right, that shouldn't be too hard to find in the forest. And surely, after a few more minutes of walking, I noticed a fallen tree lying on the ground, just a few meters away from the path. How about that one? You have a good eye, Arvo. We diverge from the path and head towards the spot I scouted, our paws leaving deep prints in the snow. Perfect! Perfect for what? Let me show you. Mito takes off his backpack and rests it against the fallen tree. He reaches into the bag and takes out a small white box with colorful knobs and buttons. Some kind of an instrument? This is something I got not long before the camp. It's a sampler and sequencer in one box. It's fully portable, so I can take it with me anywhere. Oh. I think I saw this one online a few times. Videos of people jamming with these are popular. It's fun to use and fun to watch. I like going out and playing in nature. It never fails to calm me down and puts me in a good mood. Staying here, up north, far from any towns and people, I started feeling more at peace with the world around me. It's quieter in my head, and my thoughts are clearer too. Almost as if a veil was lifted from them. The quietness here speaks to me clearer than the city's noise. Veil lifting, the wind speaks to me the tales of the days past. Almost like back at home. It doesn't really remind me of that. It's a different kind of quietness. This one feels like an infinite stillness. I want to try capturing it somehow. Like how you capture the image with your camera, I want to describe this place with music. The sampler has a built-in microphone. I wanted to record the ambient sounds from here and try and make something out of them. Photography and music are very different media, but their aims aren't always far off. They both can weave stories, describe scenes and places, capture emotions. In essence, they both capture or construct worlds. I also wanted to record my own voice humming along with the winds, but since you're here with me, can I record you instead? Sure thing, but you have to tell me exactly what to do. Sure, nothing too hard. I'll record the general ambience first, then maybe try finding some specific sounds I can use. You can go take photos in the meantime, or stay here with me and talk. I'll stick around. This spot is quite atmospheric. Great, I'll get started then. Mito sits down on the fallen tree, rests the instrument on his knees, and plugs in a small pair of headphones. While the wolf is busy, I walk around, just taking in the atmosphere of this place. I try to muffle my steps, but it's hard to do when the snow is crunching under my paws. When examined up close, everything seems interesting. The light shines growing on the trees, the rhythm of the fallen snow, the ever-changing tapestry of clouds above us. Sometimes nature is more beautiful than any animal-created artwork. I take a few pictures before my paws get cold. I put the camera back and stick them into the pockets of my coat. After a few minutes or less, I walk over to Mito and sit down beside him. How's it going? Good! I recorded some backgrounds and found a pad sound I like that goes along well. If it all goes well, I might even finish it today. How about you? I hope you're not getting bored. I'd feel bad if I took you all the way out here just so that you could walk around, bored. No, you know I don't mind just hanging around. Besides, it's my first walk around here with my digital camera. I'm the opposite of bored. This whole camp feels exciting, you know? For many reasons, and the fact that we can sit together again like that is one of them. By the way, I remember you having just a bit of equipment. How did you get this much? I mean, it must all be expensive as hell. Have you maybe heard of the Manifold Curiosity? I don't recall the name. What's that? It's a game I made the soundtrack for. It was created by a small studio in Helsinki and released earlier this year. Maybe it wasn't a great hit, but it was a good game. You should check it out if you don't know it. They helped me with getting the instruments, and the pay was good enough so that I could buy some more I wanted. And it's not like it's sunken money. I bought most of these used so I can resell them later at the same price, or just a tad cheaper. Wow, I had no idea. I'm sure it's great. Now I definitely have to play the game, or at least find the soundtrack somewhere. I thought you didn't want to put your stuff out there. Isn't that what you told Torolf? Yeah, but this was a bit different. I composed it for the game, so it was a commission work, something not fully mine. Not to say I didn't put effort into it, quite the contrary. I tried giving them a soundtrack that would complement the game the best, because that's what soundtracks are for. And I think they liked it because it made its way into the game for the release. I see. Leaning back on the tree trunk, I open my maw and catch a few fallen snowflakes melting on my tongue. Suddenly, I feel the wolf's weight resting on my shoulder as he leans on me, continuing to fiddle with the synth on his lap. Before I realize what I'm doing, I move a bit to the side, away from the wolf, breaking the contact between us. He doesn't seem to notice, even though I'm sure he did. Instead, he looks completely focused on the music, engrossed in his own world. The cold wind blows relentlessly, and I start to get a bit cold. I hope Mito hurries up. I wouldn't want to freeze to death out here. Aww. What? That's cute. That went quite fast, didn't it? Maybe for you. The lectures for today have concluded. Rune and I joined Mito for the last one, on language pattern recognition and dolphins, and we weren't disappointed. The lectures were good, but it'll be nice to actually be there tomorrow. We've missed a few interesting ones. I was excited to hear about brain implants, but we got equilibrium of stellar systems instead. Oh, tomorrow's going to be great. I can't wait for the trip to the town. I doubt there'll be much to do there, but it looked quite picturesque on the photos. I hope to take some nice ones on my own. Oh, I was supposed to check if there are any tea houses there. I completely forgot. I'll check when I get back to my room then. Tea houses? My favorite places to spend time with friends. They're much quieter than pubs, often have a chill atmosphere and nice music. I should check out what's in the town myself. Maybe I'll come up with some nice ideas for something to do. We're supposed to have around 4 hours of free time there. Should be planning to visit the tea house, go out for lunch, and have a walk around the town. By the way, do you have anything planned for now? Yeah, I need to resume working on a project for the university. I'm already a bit behind on it. Oh, now? Yeah, I won't have time for it after the camp. I'll try to finish it quickly and have a free evening. You don't need any help with that? I don't have any plans. I could come over and try and make myself useful. No need to. I just have a data model to design. It's nothing big. I should be done with it quickly. Oh, Arvo, if you want to, we could go for a swim before dinner. How about that? I'm going with Devin again. You could join us. I could use some exercise, yeah. You're free to join too, Miko. Thanks, but swimming is not my forte. Actually, I have some stuff to do as well, so I'll just leave you two now. Huh, that's pretty quick. Sure thing. See you later. See you. By the way, want to hit the sauna after swimming? Oh, I don't think we'll have the time for that. Dinner will be served at 16, and I thought about meeting at the pool at 15:15. If I finish working before then, I'll come by earlier. So, see you in a while? Yeah, good luck with the project. Oh. I enjoyed talking with them, and I hoped we could go somewhere now and discuss the lectures. We heard some wild ideas and interesting concepts today, and talking with someone who has a different perspective on it was interesting. Cognitive studies are more concerned with what rather than how, so talking with a neurobiologist was quite enlightening. That's another reason for why we have this camp. Discussing topics with students from different courses broadens our horizons. Well, I'll go to my room for a bit and spend some time alone then. That's also fine. And here I am again, within the four walls that serve as my temporary home. Like a snake shedding its skin, I can finally take off any mask I wear around others. I'm not tired, but my head feels empty. The lectures drain me completely of any mental energy. I drop the camera back on the floor and sit down on the bed with a loud creak. Oh, what I'd give to have a mattress this nice in my own room back at the dorm. Sprawling out on the bed, I looked up at the ceiling. I took some nice photos today, but I don't feel like doing anything with them now. I should also write down some notes from the lectures, but but I don't really feel like it either. I don't really feel like doing anything, to be honest. I'm feeling a bit lost, for some reason. As if I left a part of me somewhere and can't find it now. I lift my arm in front of me just to see if I still can, and then open my arms to look at my outstretched palm. I felt just like usual a few moments ago, so where did this sudden emptiness come from? The patterns in the wood start feeling familiar to me, a sign that this room really is mine. I trace them with my eyes, wondering how old this building is. Probably not too old, maybe from the 50s or 60s. Either way, it's all nicely renovated, but the old rusted design still shows in places, adding some charm. Crazy how Norway went from being one of the poorest countries in Europe to one of the richest creme de la creme of places to live within just decades. Just 100 years ago, Norwegians were massively immigrating to the US as escaping the famine, and now Norway is the place people immigrate to. Buildings like this one are a reflection of the turbulent history of the country, and then the prosperity that came after it. Maybe I should have studied architecture instead, or interior design. Cognitive science is interesting, but doesn't really satisfy the artistic part of me. Thankfully, I have photography. I just wish I had more time for it. And that earning money with it would be easier. I could always try becoming an advanced photographer, but it's hard without any experience. How are kids between 18 and 20 supposed to decide what they want to do for the rest of their lives? Sometimes I wonder if the path I chose for myself is right for me. Maybe I'm making all the wrong choices, but how am I supposed to know if I will enjoy the life I'm working for? Someone laughs outside, shouting something to their friends. I imagine them running around and jumping into the snow, all dressed in colorful coats. I think I'll just read a book for now. That should occupy my time until it's time to head for the swimming pool. I grab the one I was reading on the bus and get comfy on the bed, opening the book where I last finished reading. The book tells a simple story, but it's well written and engaging. It's about this one girl who meets a vampire at her school and wants to turn into a vampire. Also, he kinda low-key stalks her in the beginning and kinda still does, and she's in this weird love triangle between the vampire and her best friend, who's apparently a werewolf in the next book, who then becomes weirdly possessive towards her. And then the other says a retcon that by saying that he was only possessive towards her because he actually imprinted on her baby, on her unborn child. Yeah, great times. It's about a guy trying to get back to his hometown for his mother's funeral, but it's not sad, just reflective. A few years earlier, his mother threw him out, and since then he has been living with an artistic collective in the desert. Hitchhiking his way through the country, he thinks of his life back when he was living with his family, and the time he spent apart from them, wondering what went wrong with their relationship and why. I'm halfway through it already, but frankly I don't want it to end. Huh? I stand up from the bed, walk out to the door and open it. Hey, what's up? We were waiting for you at the locker room, but you didn't show up, so I came to check if you were here. Still interested? Oh, yeah, sure. I rub my eyes sleepily, trying to remember where the last 2 hours went. Sorry, I think I fell asleep. Oh, I had no idea you were this tired. Neither. I must have dozed off when I was reading. Just let me grab my swimming shorts and towel real quick, okay? Sure thing, we're not in a hurry. If you need a moment, you just sit down for a while first. No, I'm good. I just need to walk off the drowsiness. Okay, should I wait outside then? No, you can sit here if you want. Thanks. Rune takes one of the two chairs and looks around. His eyes stop for a bit longer on the open book, still lying on the bed. If I knew he'd come, I'd have cleaned up the room a bit. My clothes are still lying on the bed, though at least they're folded. It feels nice having him here, though, even if it's just a brief visit. You've got a nice room. Not much different from yours. A bit more cluttered, maybe. You're right, but I like the colors here. That's a nice book, by the way. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I blushed and mumbled something, taking out the towel from the wardrobe. Okay, I'm ready now. Let's go then. I told Devin to go ahead. I hope he actually listened. I wouldn't want him to wait for us for no reason. Are you done with the... what was it? Design a data model? Oh, well... no. It turned out to be a bit trickier than I thought. I'll have to continue working on it after dinner. Maybe Swim will help me with ideas. Are you sure you don't want me to help? I just need more time, that's all. Don't worry. It's not like I worry, but if you stuck there, another pair of eyes might be helpful. Besides, you say you wanted a free evening. Maybe with me you can finish the work faster. Do you know anything about data models? A bit. We have quite a lot of computer science in our studies. We won't know if I'll be able to help until I try. Fair point. We enter the locker room, which is, again, empty. I'm starting to wonder if no one else uses the amenities here. Devin must already be in the swimming pool. Let's change quickly and join him. Thankfully, this time you won't terrify him with your shameful nudity. Yeah, that wasn't the best idea. It wasn't mine, though! He didn't think much of it, don't worry. I talked with him afterwards, and he said that he was just surprised to see it like that, so everything is fine. We have around half an hour left before dinner, so we have to make it quick and practice hard. Remembering how my legs were on fire after the last session, I'm already dreading this. You did quite well the last time, but I know you can do better today. Oh, we're gonna work you hard. A few days of practice and you'll surprise even yourself. I don't like this look. A cold chill of dread runs down my spine. This is going to be a long half an hour. Water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the four nations lived in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of the four elements... I'm sorry. It feels so nice to just float on it, half submerged. Like floating in limbo. I don't have to move. I don't have to think. I don't have to perceive. It's as if there was no me. It's comforting. Almost meditative. Are you coming out? No, I'm too tired. The stag is standing at the edge of the pool and looking at me with concern. But you can move, right? Yeah, I'm just joking. Not about being tired, about not coming out. Don't worry, I'll be fine. Okay, I'll go ahead and take a shower. Trying to keep up with the two athletes proved to be a stupid idea. In retrospect, I should have known it'd end up like this. But my competitive spirit didn't let me stay behind. Obviously, I was doomed to failure from the beginning. I stayed far behind them, but I truly tried my best. Which was a mistake. Devin left a bit earlier, as he started before us, and around that time I completely gave up. I swim towards the ladder and climb up, shivering in the air that's colder than a lake. My legs hurt and I'm dead tired, but there's something satisfying about that feeling. With heavy steps, I make my way into the locker room. Hey Arvo, how you feeling? You seemed pretty winded already when I was leaving. I'm good, thank you. It was a rather intensive session, that's all. Good to hear. I was afraid you went a bit overboard. See you at the dinner. It starts in a few minutes. See you. I still have no idea how I should refer to him. When Rune's with us, I feel more comfortable, but talking with Devin alone feels weird. Whew, time for a shower. Oh man, I wanted to lie down and never stand up again. Oh! Well, okay. He's uncut. Nice. Are my eyes deceiving me? I stop at my tried and blink twice, but the view before me stays the same. Rune standing under the shower completely naked, rubbing soap into his wet fur. Not wanting to make it awkward, I walked up to the closest shower and turned on the water. Still, I can't take my eyes off the shower and stag. Thankfully, he has his eyes closed, standing under the stream of water, so he can't see me staring. What if he wants me to stare? I mean, it's possible, isn't it? I know showering after swimming should be done without a swimsuit, but the last time we were here he had it on, so why not now? I gulp because there's a lot to stare at. I still wouldn't want him to catch me looking, and I wouldn't want to be caught having a boner in the shower, so I focus on cleaning myself. Oh, I'm going to be so sore after this. A sauna would be nice now, but warm water will have to do for now. While dressing himself, Rune starts humming a melody. How much energy does he have? All I can think of now is either my bed or dinner, likely already waiting for us. Rune? Yeah? Why did you shower without a swimsuit this time, but not yesterday? Hmm? Oh, did it bother you? I assume you're comfortable with nudity, sorry. It didn't bother me at all, don't worry, it just surprised me. I didn't want to stare Devin off yesterday. For him, nudity in public spaces is still a big deal. He's really queasy about going to saunas for that reason too, silly panther. Okay, ready to go? Yep. We leave the locker room together, heading for the cafeteria. Rune, lively as ever, me, barely keeping up with him. Oh, I need a break. Our pause steps are the only sound filled in the corridor, apart from occasional chatter of a group of students passing us by. From our table, the four of us finished eating first. I'm going with Rune to his room to help him. Miko and Bjorn just having to leave at the same moment as us. But why has everyone been so quiet since we left the cafeteria? They're all looking somewhere off in the distance, deep in thoughts. Rune is likely thinking about that project he's working on, but what's up with the rest? Miko, how's it going with your music? Are you working on something new? Not great. I have a hard time focusing on it. I had an idea I wanted to test, but it's not coming together. Maybe I should take my equipment and go somewhere else. Changing scenery often helps. No harm in trying that, yeah. Bjorn, and how are you doing? The bear doesn't even hear me. Is something troubling him? Hey, Bjorn! This time I wave near his face, trying to get his attention. He focuses his sight on my paw first, then at me. What's up? Is everything fine? Yeah, all is fine. Yeah, sure, I can see that clearly. Oh, well, Travis reminded me of something I'd rather not remember. He's a good friend, but a bit overzealous sometimes. What do you mean? He loves to help his friends, which is usually a good thing, but sometimes he does so without them asking, or without telling them. Huh, that's rather cryptic. But Bjorn seems to not want to talk about it, so I decided to drop the topic. By the way, do you know why Lake wasn't at dinner? He wasn't? I assume he just sat at a different table. Ah, so that's why it was so quiet at dinner today. Ow, how do I not notice that? Arvo, you know him better than I do. Can you send him a message? Sure, good idea. And that's my room. See you guys later, probably. See you. Actually, would you mind if I visited you for a brief while? Not at all, come on in. So it's just the two of us again. Are you sure you want to help me? Don't you have like 100 better things to do on our camp than thinking about data models? Not if I get to spend time with you. I'm sure, but you owe me a visit to the sauna later. Oh, I see what you're after. Deal. He is not subtle. You see, I'm building the results by time frame, that's trivial. But should I keep all the measurements in one table, each with an ID of the device? Even if I keep all the device attributes in a second normal form, the table would get huge very quickly, and data from different devices get mixed. Making a separate table for each device is a terrible idea, but with hundreds of measurements per minute, the size is a concern. The project Rune is working on turned out to be related to an eye implant that our university is working on. The sensors aren't perfect and generate some signal noise on our own, so they want to train a neural network to filter that noise, but first it needs some test data. Pretty huge stuff if you ask me. I'm surprised they asked Rune to help with that. It seems rather important. And the device stores the readings as an array of values? Yeah, I got a data sample from the professor. Why are you using a relational database for this, if there aren't really any relations here other than device measurements? Oh, I have zero experience with no SQL databases. I'm just a neuroscientist, come on. You could have a nested structure with a list of devices, each with a list of measurements, each with an array of values for each sensor and a timestamp. Huh? You know how to implement that? Sure, just give me a moment. Oh, this shouldn't be too hard. Actually, it should take me just a moment. Okay, this should be working now. It is working. Arvo, you're a magician. Oh, I'm not even a programmer. I just had to do something similar for one of my classes. I don't know what I'd do without you. You're great, really. I never know how to react to compliments, but hearing one from Rune pretty much reduces me to a mumbling, blushing mess. I need to implement an API for that, but it shouldn't take long. I won't need any help with that, so I'll drop you a message in like half an hour, and we can go somewhere together. Would it be a problem if I stayed here? I might still prove useful, and I don't have any plans for now. Sure, it'd be my pleasure. But maybe you should get a book or something so you don't die of boredom. I have something better actually. Be right back. I already took a few photos here. I could work on them now. I'll hop into my room, grab the laptop and the camera bag and return quickly. I'm back! Good. Huh? What are you going to do with that camera? I took some photos earlier today. I'm going to work on them now. Work on the photos? But you already have them, right? I mean, you were using a digital camera. Yeah, but I can refine them and post-process them digitally. It really changes a lot. It's pretty much half of the work. It can't save an uninteresting photo, but it can turn a good one into a great one. Ah, I never heard of that, but I've never read much about photography. Can I sit on the bed? There's just one table here and I doubt it's big enough for both of us. Sure, go ahead. I'll hop onto the bed, put the laptop beside me and take the camera out of the bag. Rune? Why did they give you a task like this? I mean, you're a student, not a faculty member. But that's not a big deal. I was happy to help. A professor from the biomedical engineering department approached me about the project and asked if I could help him with programming, as I already helped him once with a different project. That's rather concerning. So a faculty-led, likely commercial project is asking a student for help. I know Rune is a postgrad already, but still, he's not doing a doctorate yet. Are you getting paid for it? Not exactly, no, but I don't mind. I have a stipend from the university anyway. I bet it's nice to work on real projects, but aren't you taking a bit too much on yourself? You also have your studies and your basketball team. You also mentioned music and writing. I couldn't tell them no. I'll be able to put that in my resume later. It might help me a lot in the future. And I feel bad if I declined. Rune. That's important, obviously, but do you actually have time for all this? Like, the day has 24 hours only. Do you even sleep? A bit? Oh boy, this is bad. Studies alone are a bit too much for me sometimes, and I don't do much else besides photography and meet with friends sometimes. Less often than I like to. Rune might be a lot more talented than me, but maintaining good form, studying, having hobbies, and helping in university projects seems a bit too much. How do you even have this much energy if you're doing this much? Hey, I'm just joking. I take good care of myself. I might not sleep that much, but at least I sleep regularly. I stay away from junk food and anything too heavy. I snack on nuts and berries, have a few cups of green tea daily, no energy drinks, and exercise daily. It's not that hard, really. Don't worry, I'm doing fine. I work a lot now, but it will pay off in the future. Maybe, but aren't you wasting your best years now on work? Aren't studies supposed to be a time of adventures and freedom? Because if not now, when will we have the time for that? Do you still have the time to have any social life? I sometimes draw out somewhere with Devin, and I have some friends in my year at the university. It's not that bad. You mean actual friends, or just people you study with? You know, it's really sweet how you're worrying about me. I won't say I'm not tired of it all sometimes, but if I want to realize my dreams, I have to aim high and work hard. That's a very roundabout answer, and I don't like it one bit. Oh, about that. Soon I should get an answer from the university regarding the student exchange program I applied for. Oh, that's nice. Wait, exchange program? Does that mean he's leaving the country? Where's the exchange to? Japan! Japan! A country I always wanted to visit, so I'm incredibly excited about that. That's basically on the other side of the planet. And how long will you stay there? A full year, 2 semesters plus vacations. All paid by the university, so I don't have to worry about anything. And when will you go there? Just after the new year, before the new semester starts. If I wasn't saying already, I'd probably drop to the floor. I just started talking with him, and he's already about to leave for an entire year. That's awesome, yeah. I have to use all my willpower to summon a weak smile. Good luck with that, then. Thanks. Hopefully I won't need any. It's a pretty prestigious thing. Only 3 people from the entire university go each year. No wonder I'd never heard about that program. They're measuring not only academic performance, but also scientific work. That's why I need to have my name in as many professional papers as possible. Having an immaculate record and average grade of at least 4.7 is also required, but that's a given. 4.7? What the hell? That should strip A's for most of the classes. If I'm not mistaken, I'm going to finish the semester with around 3.6, and I thought it's not bad. Attendance would pretty much guarantee me landing a job afterwards, and if I get lucky, that'd be a job there. I'd have to go back to finish the studies first though, but that's not a problem. My head is spinning and my brain is working in overdrive, analyzing possible scenarios. Maybe it's not such a bad thing, and New Year is in 2 months? That's not a lot of time. That's awfully little time, actually. But yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. First, I need to accept me into the program. I worked for it hard for the past few years, though, and I'm pretty sure I have a place there guaranteed already. Sounds like something worth taking part in, yeah? And I get to see Japan. I'm not really interested in their pop culture, but I found the country fascinating. And it would be nice to live somewhere warmer for a change. Oh yeah, I feel you. In his position, I definitely want to go. I'm not that crazy about Japan to even think of trying to take part in the program, but I understand him. On one part, I hope he gets accepted, because that's what he wants. Is it getting dimmer? But on the other, if he leaves in 2 months, and we just barely befriend each other now, will he even remember me when he comes back? Maybe I'm just panicking. Messaging apps aren't the natural. But why does the thought that I cannot see him for an entire year make me so sad? I feel so hollow inside. And the possibility that he could move out permanently? You don't like it here? Huh? What do you mean? You say you might want to return there after studies, so I'm wondering if you don't like Norway. Ah, quite the contrary. I love it here. It's honestly one of the best countries to live in. But I don't think I'd like to spend my whole life in one place. Now I'm young enough to travel and move as I wish. The older you are, the harder it gets. I see. I barely moved here, so I'm happy to explore Norway first before moving anywhere else. But, to be honest, I already can feel myself staying for the rest of my life. It could be warmer here, though. Thanks for the help again, it's all working now. How's it going with the photos? Oh, right. I got so absorbed in the conversation I didn't even start. Not terribly well. I'm starting to turn on the laptop. Do you need some help with that? I should manage, thank you. I don't really feel like working on photos anymore, though. Maybe I'll leave that for later. Could you put on some music now? I could do that, sure. What to play, though? Oh, I know. I've been listening to her a bit lately, and her music fits this place nicely. Oh, something acoustic. Makes sense. He's playing the acoustic guitar himself, so he must like the instrument. Rune only has a small Bluetooth speaker, but it sounds way more decent than I would have guessed by its size. Is this fine? Yeah, it's relaxing. I stand up across the room to the window. It's better to shut myself down and not think, at least for a short while. The view outside is calming, and yeah, it goes well with the music. Looks like it's getting warmer already. The snow on the trees is melting. Hopefully the town will be flooded tomorrow. That's the last thing we need. 2 months. Arvo? Are you sad that I'm going? What? No, all is fine. I mean, you didn't even turn on your laptop after I mentioned the exchange program. Am I really this easy to read? It's good to talk about your feelings and not let them ball up inside you. A lot can be solved just by being honest. Yeah, if only it was so easy. I can clearly see there's something wrong. You know, meeting you was sort of a big deal for me. I admired you even before I knew you personally. Admired me? But why? I'm just a regular student. I might play on the basketball team, but it isn't even a popular sport here. That's besides the point. I thought we'd become friends, but now you tell me you're leaving in 2 months while we still barely know each other. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be busy all the time before the departure. You're probably not mistaken. But hey, there's still the rest of the camp ahead of us. And we can keep in contact after that. I gave you my Disharmony account, right? Yeah, I added you as a friend already. Plus, Arvo, we already shared a bed. I say that's already being pretty close. Oh, my poor heart. Rune, don't make it sound that way, please. You know, being completely frank with you, I promised myself to make some friends on this camp no matter what, because even after 3 years of studies, I don't really have anyone to talk to here. Of course, there are people I study with, but they're just fellow students. I have Devin, but he has too much stuff on his own, and he's much older than me after all. And apart from him, I don't think I have anyone who cares about me. I don't want to leave with no one to come back to. No contact with the homeland except for my parents. Oh, so my guess was correct. That puts him in a much different light than I saw him in before the camp. Rune, a well-known and popular jock. The same person who now tells me he has almost nobody who he could call a friend. That wasn't easy to say. I hope you don't feel now like I'm using you, because that's not how it is. Oh, no, it didn't even cross my mind. I just feel lucky I stumbled upon you. I'm glad to hear that. I really brought the moon down, didn't I? No, I'm grateful we had a talk like that. I understand you better now, that's for sure. I'm happy to have you as a friend, I mean it. And I'm going to be sad when you go. Aw, come here. Oh, dear, I get to have a CG that's not just his dick out. Thank God. Rune. His fur is soft like his voice. He smells of jasmine, but underneath that there is his own scent, deep and comforting. He's just tall enough for me to put my snout under his chin. It's not a regular hug. The stat snuggles me closely into himself, as if to show me I'm dear to him. Pun intended. Can you feel my heart racing? We're ships at the sea, drifting in all directions. All these massive costumes are weighing us down. The wind blows relentlessly, pulling us apart. I'm tired of irony and I'm tired of pretending. I want to walk off into the ocean and let it wash it all away, leaving just the sound of waves crashing and our intertwined heartbeats. Is genuine connection ever really possible? Isn't this enough? How do I bear myself before you? Can I ever grasp you fully? I won't forget about you. And that's a promise. The deer finally lets go of me, his arms falling to his side as he steps back. When I opened my eyes, the room seemed brighter than before. It feels like spring. Thank you. I mumble and stand there awkwardly, blushing, feeling strangely exposed. As if by hugging me, the stag reached inside my soul and shifted something within me. Rune starts blushing too, looking away. Oh. Whoever just messaged me, thank you for the perfect timing. I thought I was going to die here because of embarrassment. I turn away from Rune, take the phone out of my pocket and check the message. Hey, we're in common room, come join us. Huh, Lake asked if we want to come down to the common room. I'm not sure why. He said he's there with someone else, maybe there's some party starting? I'm done with work for today, I don't see why not. You want to go? At least I checked what's going on there, yeah? Sure, let's go then. You can leave your stuff here if you want. Oh, good idea. I'm sure I'll come here again pretty soon anyway. And that's what we're gonna leave off on. So Rune is leaving in 2 months. That's pretty nice. So I wonder how their relationship is going to flourish throughout this route. I'm a bit curious about that. You know, I should have known we would have seen Rune's dick some way in this part, but God damn it, I still have awards on my sensor bar, my custom sensor bar I wanted to make. Oh well, I'm starting to use the Digital Circus sensor bar then. That'd be funny. But at least we had another CG that didn't have to be Rune's dick as the thumbnail. But anyway, thank you all so much for clicking on this video. If you enjoyed it, you can give it a like, and subscribe if you're really interested. I'll leave a link to the game in the description below if you want to play it for yourself, only if you're 18 up. I mean, judging clearly from that CG we mentioned before. Also leave links to my Twitter and Blue State if you want to support me on those platforms. And as always, I'll be leaving a link to the visual novel me and my dear friend Xeno Red Panda made for the February Game Jam, called When You're Mine. Please don't show your support to it. If you do like it, please maybe consider rating it and commenting on it on itchio. We love seeing those, it makes our day. And as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!